Hi everyone, I started The Artist's Way last week, so that means I'm officially done with week 1. And I thought it would be really cool to document the whole thing. What is The Artist's Way? Basically, I have had The Artist's Way sitting on my bookshelf for over a year now. I just haven't had 12 weeks to dedicate to this course, but I've heard amazing things about it, as I'm sure a lot of people have. It's basically split into 12 weeks, and each week you have a task. There are 2 tools that you have that carry out throughout the course. The first being morning pages, and the second, the artist state. Morning pages are basically a stream of consciousness writing exercise where you write 3 full pages of literally anything you're thinking. It's designed to drain your brain. So get all of that stuff that is circling in your head out. The artist date is a date with yourself where you don't invite anyone else and you spend time nurturing your inner artist. The way Julia Cameron puts it, doing your morning pages, you are notifying yourself and the universe of your dreams, dissatisfactions, hopes. Doing your artist date, you are receiving, opening yourself to insight, inspiration, and guidance. Let's start off with my headspace when I started this. I was really scared to start because I've seen a lot of good things about the artist way. It definitely works. But I've also seen how people can go through the ringer with it. And I feel like, of course, you're unblocking your creativity, and your creativity is blocked for a whole lot of different reasons. You know, a lot of childhood wounds, a lot of belief systems that you have to break down. So naturally, it's like a tower moment, I guess. So I was a little nervous. I actually ended up writing 6 pages for the first 3 days. It was nice to just write and be given permission to just write everything you're thinking. And it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Also, another thing about the morning pages is no one's allowed to read it. I think it will be interesting when in a year I do go back and read what I wrote. So yeah, the first 3 days were going really well. I felt really hopeful, really motivated. And then something happened. I completely spiraled. And I can't really tell you what happened because I can't remember. I wrote it all in my morning pages, and that's a blur. But yeah, I just didn't really want to do anything. It wasn't terrible, but it was just I was down in the dumps. Oh, I know. Okay, my Wi-Fi stopped working for the whole week, and I couldn't get any work done. I also had given myself the 30 days drawing challenge. I had done 25 days, and I couldn't post. I think that's what set me off because I was really proud that I had been so consistent, and then this happens. But then I also took it as a sign from the universe to just step back. So I still continued drawing every day for 30 days. I just didn't post a video on it, which is totally okay. Not many people were watching it, I'm sure. So anyway, Thursday I was down in the dumps. Over the weekend it was my mom's birthday, so that was fun. I started picking up energy, getting back into myself. But it was so interesting. I think one of the biggest things I've noticed from the morning pages is I have a very overactive mind. So when I'm reading, and I didn't notice this until after I did the morning pages. So I decided to read, and my mind was so freaking quiet. I have never experienced such a quiet mind. There was no background noise, which is so weird to even say because I didn't even know I had background noise until this. So that was really interesting. Another thing that, is quite amazing. I believe in spirit guides that show up in animals in nature. And this hawk, miniature hawk, I'll put a picture somewhere here. This hawk has just started appearing for me. And I was sitting on my roof the other day, and on the AC, it flew and it landed on the AC, and I thought that was really awesome. And then I was coming home, and it was on our gate when I was driving in. And it's just, I think these signs just reassure me that I'm on the right track because I do tend to overthink things. It's nice to see that my connection to spirit, to God, has become stronger because that's something I have been working on. When I was young, I used to pray every night. And I wouldn't say I'm the most religious person. But I do believe in God and a higher power, the universe. I do believe there's an energy to things. And so when I was young, yeah, I prayed. But then when I got older, I kind of drifted away from it. And I'm now realizing, like, me drifting away from God and from prayer, it took me further away from myself, because through those conversations I had with God, I was having with myself as well. Like, I would figure things out that way, or I could ask for help. So now I've started asking for help and actually praying for guidance. And I've been getting help and getting guidance. A really cool thing that I would love to share here is, I think if you get to know me, or if you know me, you know that I love animals and dogs. And I live in India, so there's a lot of street dogs. I have 2 rescues of my own, but if I could, I would probably take all of them home, because they're just such pure, such loving souls. Anyway, I digress. Me and my sister went grocery shopping, and we saw this dog who lives near the grocery store. We've seen her before, that's her home. But this time her eye was bulging and looked like she had gone blind, and her tail had been cut off. And it was the evening, so if we called anyone, no one would come at that time. We had to wait for the next day. Anyway, I prayed that night, and I prayed to God that he would help her. Anyway, weeks went by and I didn't see the dog. And I was concerned, but I also said, it's okay. It's being taken care of. I try not to worry as much anymore because it doesn't help anything. And now that I've learned about energy and how frequencies work, I try to be hopeful as much as I can and not give my energy to worry. Yeah, I didn't see her for weeks, and it's been a month now. So the day before yesterday, we went to the grocery store and she was there. And oh my gosh, she has been so taken care of. You can tell that she's being well fed. Her eye has been treated. Her tail has healed. She has like this little tail now, and she wags it, and I felt like that was such a good sign. It's just like every day I'm getting a sign that something is working. Something in this realm of things that I cannot see, it's working, because every day I'm getting a sign. Yesterday, there was a monkey. Now, I don't know what monkeys have to do with it, but there was a monkey in our backyard, and it came to eat some jackfruit. And we haven't seen a monkey all year. And it was just this one monkey, and it's coming to eat jackfruit. I'm watching it, and it jumps on the wall because it sees me watching it, and it just sits there eating the jackfruit. I got a bit nervous and I came inside. But I just think these little synchronicities have been the best part of starting this journey. Let's talk about the artist date. I didn't really plan my artist date this week, but I had it in my mind that I knew probably for week 1 going out would be pushing it, and I probably wouldn't do it. So I gave myself the date of a movie because I love watching movies. So I watched Voicemails to Isabel. Such a great movie. I had so much feeling in such a short span. It was just the best movie. It could possibly be my most favorite movie now. So yeah, that's what I did for my artist date. It was very low-key. Just me, my movie, and my bed. That's how the date went down. For week 2, because I'm trying to plan ahead, and I tried to do my artist date on either Friday or Saturday. I thought I'd make myself a friendship bracelet because, yeah, I feel I've been my best friend the past few years, and it's the best thing ever. Don't get too sappy on here. My favorite task of this week was time travel, but the positive one, where we list 3 old champions of our creative self-worth, which is basically thinking about people who have encouraged you to be creative, have this, it could be your parents. You showed them something when you were young and they loved it, and they told you they loved it, or a teacher. So I loved writing about that. I felt really grateful. Yeah, it was just nice going back down memory lane and thinking about those moments. And it also made me realize how most of us have natural things that we are drawn to. And we've probably explored them already, and we already know what that is. But somewhere along the way, we've let our negative beliefs that either have come from us or from something outside of us, like an experience or someone else's belief. A common one about being an artist is that, what do you call it? I've even forgotten because I've been doing my affirmations. But yeah, a common one for artists is that you're going to be a starving artist because who can make money making art? Whoever said that has obviously never been to a museum or an art exhibition or an art gallery. So that's what I have to say to that. But yeah, these aren't beliefs that we come up with ourselves. These are beliefs that someone has said to us, and we've decided to take it as our own. Now, that's me wrapping up week 1. I really do look forward for week 2. If you have done the artist's way and you've had breakthroughs, I would love to hear about it in the comments. And if you're starting, please join me. Check out the bio for more information. I'm also going to be posting weekly updates on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. So yeah, okay. That was nice. It was nice talking to you guys. And I'm excited to see what comes out of this. Yeah, okay. Bye.